Hey everybody, welcome to the Dota 2 Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. I am Wolf Dota, thanks for tuning in. And today we've got Joy KO Rats going up against Dota Time Friends. This is the semifinals of the weekly $100 tournament. The winner moves on to the finals to compete later tonight for the grand prize. So first off, we've got the bans on the Dire side of Joy KO. Dire, they banned out the Lycanthrope and the Brewmaster. Dota Time Friends, DTF. They banned out the Undead, the scary Undead. Necrophos and Death Prophet were their bans. Joyko picked Elder Titan first, then followed up by DTF was Jakiro and Ogre Magi. Then Centaur Warrunner to round it off. So they pick up a support, I assume, and an offlaner, whereas Dota Time Friends, they pick up their two supports, unless they're running the Jakiro as a core, which is always an option. As far as the picks go, I really like this Elder Titan Centaur. I've seen it. I've seen it run a few times, and it's very powerful. Early in the game, especially if you get some points up in natural order, the double edge does basically pure damage, if not extra damage as well. So very strong laning combination there. If they decide to run dual lanes, but it'll most likely just be an offlane Centaur, and then in the mid game we'll see that combination match up. As far as the overlays go, I can just move them off to the side here, and I can put them back.
Radiance ban.
Um, but going back into the draft, Razor was banned out by Joy KO Rats, and we're just waiting to see what Dota Time Friends will ban. I'm assuming
10 seconds to go.
if Joy KO is going for this all-in like magical nuke strategy, they're probably going to want to pick up something along the lines of a OD is a potential pickup, just because of how much his ulti could do there if he wants to go into that. It's a strong mid laner if they want to. Dota Time, they banned out Viper. Just commenting on that now. And we'll just have to wait and see what the final ban is here. Both teams do need their safe lane cores as well as their, well, mids, more or less. After that, it gets a little interesting. The team's taking a while to ban. One other option they could run too is Joyko. If they want to go for this mass magic damage, they could go for or sorry, they don't even have to go mass magic damage. They could go with the physical damage, as they already have the Elder Titan, which deters a lot of cores from being picked for DTF. Like they're not going to want to pick anything up like a Morphling, an Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is okay, but he does struggle. PA has a hard time, but she can do all right. These high agility carries are very much like any hero that doesn't build armor is very weak against the Elder Titan. So, and Joy KO could build on that as far as going for another support like a Dazzle or anything else that has reduction minus armor. So I could see a Venge pick coming up for them, as well as Slardar is an option, but I think it's super unlikely. They did ban out the TA, so they're both teams banning out mid laners here. I don't know too much about these teams or what they have going for each other as far as information. So both they could be just respecting each other's mids or wanting to secure their mid maybe a better time. DTF, they have one final ban coming out. As far as their team lineup goes, it's pretty standard. Nothing too interesting yet, but Jakiro is a very safe hero. Good control. Liquid Fire, obviously, as you all know, melts towers. Ogre Magi, excellent laning support, can harass, and if given a little bit of farm and can get that Ags, the amount of damage he can put out is incredibly impressive, as well as just being such a tanky frontliner. It's pretty tough for him to deal with Elder Titan, because a lot of Ogre's ridiculous tank comes from the combination of his really high health pool as well as his 7 armor at base, and so once Elder Titan gets up some points in natural order, Ogre's going to be having a very rough time. He'll be a little squishier than most Ogres are going to play with, so he might overestimate his tankiness and unfortunately die. Final ban of the second phase for DTF was the Invoker. And just going back into the picks now, they've got both teams burned through a lot of reserve time there, so these next couple picks should go a little bit quicker.
10 seconds to go.
And we have a Skywrath Mage picked up. So
Dyer's pick.
this is interesting because that means one of these three is going to be a core, which I think is very fun. I also like it because it's kind of a block pick as far as the Elder Titan goes, and I can kind of see the Ogre being along the same boat and Jakiro. Both of them, sorry, all three of these heroes deal out a large amount of magical damage, which, when stacked up with the natural order, can be quite devastating. And I really like the Skywrath pick. If they, I'm
10
assuming
seconds
they'll
to
give
go.
Jakiro the farm, just because that's you
5
usually don't see
seconds.
Skywrath farmed, and I think the reason why you give Jakiro the farm over Ogre is Jakiro can go for that quick
Reserve
mech into,
time.
or Yules into a mech, and can fight a lot earlier and have a lot more setup potential with the and combined with the Ogre. Whereas if you give the Ogre just the extra scepter early, he doesn't really add a whole lot as far as team fight goes. It's just a lot more nuke per se, which I mean you have enough nuke, that's a lot of team fight. But the Jakiro can really turn a fight by taking somebody out of the fight. Joy KO, they do go for the Venge, so
Radiant's
minus armor
pick.
strat is real, and that was the option they had with their draft is after these picks, is they could take it in either direction. They could either go for the mass magical nukes, or they can go for the minus armor. And they just had to go for the minus armor strategy here. Which I'm a huge fan of
Someone's
Venge
having
as a
technical
personal preference
difficulties.
as far as heroes go. So I like that pick. Puck picked up by Dota Time Friends, so another hero that
Dyer's
has a lot
pick.
of magical burst and also just a solid mid laner, one of the few that's left, and isn't too susceptible to Elder Titan. Also a decent counter from for the Centaur as well. The Dream Coil, even no matter how fast you are, you can't break Dream Coil. You're gonna get stunned either way, and also carries out very well into the late game, picking up things like an Agnum Scepter or Dagon if that's the choice. But then more normal things, I guess Ags isn't
10
that unnormal,
seconds
but
to
just like a
go.
Scythe of Ice and stuff like that. Natural Scythe builder, good silence, so
5
can really
seconds.
deter certain heroes. Like Anti-Mage probably doesn't want to. You don't want to pick an Anti-Mage right now, or a PA
Reserve
would be isn't
time.
as bad, but it's kind of a. They both rely on their mobility spells a lot, so very interested to see what these both these teams are going to be running as far as a core goes. But we'll have to. Only 12 seconds left.
10
Joy KO. They're
seconds
going
to
to have
go.
to hurry up and make a choice here. Hopefully they don't get random something. They go with Zeus. So going back towards
Radiant's
the
banned.
building off the Elder Titan, and that'll be their mid hero. Zeus again. I think Puck has a hard time up against Zeus most times, just because sure you can phase shift one thing, but that's your Zeus's arc lightning is just going to be up so
10
fast
seconds to go.
and so often that
5 seconds.
like you'll get harassed down quite a bit in lane, and I think whoever they have on Puck is going to be struggling with that
Reserve
for a
time.
bit. Final bans came out here, and Joy KO. They like I said, both teams need a safe laner and like a safe lane farmer. I think now DTF they could kind of get away with it. They probably want an off lane unless they want to go with a solo safe lane. So they ban out the Morphling. That's a fair
Dyer's
choice.
banned.
That's a really good hero when picked up with an Elder Titan because it guarantees you that um, you can't pick the Elder Titan against it. But it also combos well with if you just had to go shotgun build on Morphling.
10
And
seconds to go.
it's just more both teams thinking about that Elder Titan, especially because Joyko
5
prioritized
seconds.
it so much. I think it was a very interesting pick and really determined the course of the
Reserve
draft. Like, I'm
time.
not sure
5
if
seconds.
DTF picks Skywrath, Puck, Ogre, Jakiro, unless there's that Elder Titan. One thing they might have wanted to ban actually was
Radiant's
the
pick.
Nyx Assassin. Oh, they pick a Naga. Not sure how this does
Dyer's
against Elder
pick.
Titan. Naga, one of those hard agility here carries. Also, the illusions will be cleared out quite easily by Zeus. We'll have to see how it goes. It all depends how much space can be made for it, if she can farm very well. And with the average games as of the new patch going so long, I think Nog is good. I'm just not sure if she's great in this game. It'll be interesting. Joy KO, as I mentioned, the Nyx Assassin. If they want to try and run something a little weird, like
10
maybe go with
seconds to
a
go.
like Zeus and farming, maybe not a farming Nyx. They're not fun. They just go with a PA, which is fine. It she'll be doing a lot of physical damage. All their entire team will be doing a mass amount of damage once, as it looks like Lost is going to be handling the Elder Titan. Once the Elder Titan gets up his points in natural order, and I'm intrigued to see what build he goes. If he, with the lineup he's got with Zeus and Centaur doing so much magic early, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes something like 1-1-3 even, getting that 1 point in Stomp and the 1 point in the Spirit. I know it's kind of it's very weird, but I'm wondering if they might go for something like that just to put up that early game pressure. Just waiting for one more pick coming out, or one last person to pick up the Skywrath, and then we'll be into the game.
10 seconds to go.
Gonna quickly try and realign
5 seconds.
my HUDs. Sorry, boys.
Places,
And
everyone.
quickly gonna run through the team. So far, we've got Hawaii on the Skywrath Mage, Kurosaki on the Ogre Magi, oop, and then Claire's Heart Karen. What? Claire's Heart Karen? Fair enough. Jakiro Soul for you for you for you. Hashtag believe. Last but certainly not least. Oh, okay. Hashtag believe. I understand now. Caius is going to be handling the puck. Jakiro Soul for you. On the Dire side, we've got Lost handling the Elder Titan. Soul is going to be playing Zeus. On the Venge, we've got Relax, motherfucker. Cristino is going to be handling the Phantom Assassin.
30 seconds to go.
Zeus? No, looks like they're doing alright. Okay. Nothing's going to happen here. And Stupid Six is going to be handling the Centaur War Runner. It looks like they're going to be running... Uh-oh, Lost, you're in a bad place. And both heroes see each other, and they decide to just run away. Lots of pings coming out. They know that they're around. Naga just has Riptide, so no net. But I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. One more auto attack, and Relax is going to be forced back a bit. DD spawns bottom. It's going to be picked up by the Naga. That'll give her a good start. And I kind of like this from Joy. They're going to be running what looks like a dual lane. Maybe. We'll have to see if if they're just going back to block or if this is in fact going to be their lanes. It looks like it is. They're going to be running the Zeus and the ET in the off lane, which will be able to harass this Naga very well. There won't be too much she can do up against the constant spam. Mid lane, we're going to have PA and Venge rotating onto the puck, but nothing's really going to happen. And we'll have to see how long Relax wants to sit here mid. Up in the top lane, it's going to be a Centaur up against Chikiro, but I'll go look at that in a moment. Just want to make sure there's nothing going to happen. Either of these lanes first. And it looks like they're just going to sit back and farm. Claire S, good job. Goes perfect. Gets all the last hits in the first wave thanks to that DD rune, giving her a little bit of a boost, but I'll have to wait and see. Venge is rotating up to the top lane, where Stupid Sick is going to be having a tough time up against the Chikiro solo, so Venge will be there rotating and helping him rotating into pull and stack, hopefully. With the PA left alone in this lane, I think she'll be able to farm a bit with the dagger, but she's going to have to be careful. Once Puck's like level 4 or 5, she could easily die if she gets orb silenced. Like if she runs in too close to try and get some CS, it could be a pretty rough time for her. Orb's going to come out. To happen. Bottom, Naga Siren got a pull off by, or sorry, a pull came off by her sports. That's going to clean up the one wave. And she'll be able to just calmly last hit under the tower. Lots of pings coming out in the jungle. They saw the ward being placed, I believe. Oh god. Top lane. Stupid Sick manages to pick up first blood. Relax, rotated in just to give a bit of a help. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Great start to casting for Dota2 Canada Weekly Cup. The flame is going to be real. Oh well. Moving on. Naga's got sitting at about 11 last hits. Puck in the mid lane's got 10. Not surprising. Doing a bit better than the PA, who has a haste rune now, but still getting harassed down. Puck just... this is just a rough lane. Oh, we might see an orb forward. No, that haste rune's too much. Gonna have to use a salve. Back off. Now, with Soul for You up here solo, I'm not surprised he's not doing as good as the Centaur. It's pretty hard to harass him. And surprisingly, Centaur didn't go for... Sorry, who's playing Centaur? Should use their names. Stupid Sick. Didn't go for a early point return, which I think would have done a lot of work as far as harassing the Jakiro. But That's all good. Soul still level 2. Surprised he hasn't been able to get a few more levels here. And what are the levels looking like? What is it? Oh, smoke gonna happen. Have to watch these guys. They're gonna be rotating onto the mid lane. And it's a good thing they smoked where they did. If they had moved forward too much, they would have been into that ward. And they're gonna be able to find PA. Puck is not level 6, does not have a coil to help out. I'll have to wait and see. Up top, Jakiro's in a bit of a risky place, but I don't want to move and look yet. Dagger's coming out. Lots of pings coming out for from Skyrath. Concussive shot's gonna go. PA's trying to get a last hit here. Orb forward, blink strike away, and Justino is gonna be fine. Meanwhile, Soul picked up level 3 finally. Good stuff there. Elder Titan has 1 point in Stomp, 1 point in Spirit, and it's gonna be harassing down the Naga, who, like I said earlier, is pretty susceptible to this magical nuke. Ping's coming out top. Relax is going to get a stun off on the puck. Doesn't have phase shift. Oh, does. Pops the silence as well. Nice ice back comes out from Jakiro. Going to be looking to go. Motherfucker's dropping very low. That said, oh, good orb from the puck. Now PA is in a bit of a risky situation. Venge can't come in. She's dropping too low. Wave of Terror is going to come through. Blink strike away. Nice play. So, good plays coming out from both teams. That 2-on-2 engagement. I think, I mean, it's both mid laners and a support, so there's no real trade per se. Other than PA's already behind, so not being in lane hurts him probably a little bit more. Naga Siren, though, sitting there at 27 last hits at 4 minutes 40 seconds, doing fairly well. And we have a quick pause coming out. Like Centaur is pausing the game. Not sure what's going on. Apparently just a quick little problem. But cleaned up quickly. And Go for You is going to be getting some last hits up top. Meanwhile, Lost bottom. Now they've come back to... Oh, they're going to find Skyrath sitting off to the side. They saw him, but they didn't want to go. Very strange. They didn't even cancel a salve. But interesting choice. Nagasiren's going to be farming very well. And interesting enough, is not rushing a Midas... Or sorry, the Radiance, the Relic, per se. Picked up a bottle instead on the way, which I guess is fine. 5 minutes in, having a bottle already, as well as the Ring of Bassi. Going for the sustain item so that she can stay in lane and stay on the map farming. Relax is going to be rotating around onto Soul for You. Not going to be able to find anything, it looks like. Things coming out. There's a ward, nice ward right here. That would have spotted that. PA, how are you doing? What are you working towards? Just has a bottle right now, so see what kind of mid-game item he wants to go for. And I don't think this is a good Battle Fury game for PA. I think this is more of like a Helm Basher kind of a early fight kind of a game. Because I think they're going to have a hard time as far as keeping pace with farm with the Naga. So if you go for that farming build, they're going to be fairly poor off. That Invis Rune would have been spotted up top. They're going to look to go. Venge is going to tick out, I believe. He does die. No return kill coming out for the side of Joy. KO Rat. Stomp's going to go off, but unfortunately it's not going to land, so he cancels it. Doesn't get the mana back, but Skyrath is rotating around as well as the Ogre. They're going to look to go on Lost. Poor guy's going to be stuck all out alone. Do they have a snare? They don't, but they're not going to need it. Easy kill coming out for the Ogre. One nice club, and manages to pick him off. So, good rotation there. The support's making the offlaners pay a little bit for their overextension. Up top, Jakiro not getting too close to that tower, but got enough points in Liquid Fire that it's going to start dropping fairly quickly. Meanwhile, Naga Siren be happy that she got that kill in the offlane. That'll shut them down a little bit and buy her some more space. Venge rotating back up. Might be looking to go on Jakiro. They don't have Stampede for another 25 seconds, and Centaur's very low. Oh, just drops a lane ward. No pings. Speaking of lane wards, we got a couple of them in this game right now. Interesting thing you don't see too often. Any items coming out for anybody? Nothing really. So far, Jakiro is working on his Tranquil Boots up in the top lane. Sorry, not Tranquils. I meant to say his Yule Scepter. He's already got his tranquils, but he's very close at Yules. Relax is might be spotted out here, but it's just him. Puck is rotating up,
Dire's
maybe, but
top
under the side of
tower's
a
getting
ward.
beat down.
You're gonna be able to find that, and they're right in vision, so the Dire will know this is coming. What was that? Yeah, it was regen rune, and they're pinging out top. Lots of pings coming out around the mid lane as well. Relax is rotating through. Centaur's in a very safe place. He's pretty low, so he's gonna just kind of sit here and tranquil up. He's got Stampede though, but even if they don't rotate, this is just two supports sitting top, and they're gonna be able to get this tower. Meanwhile, Zeus and the Titan, I'm not sure if they're able to do the same to the Naga. She's just sitting under her tower farming away.
Dire's
So
top
this will be
tower's getting beat
like
down.
DTF. They're gonna be pretty happy with this. The tower's dropping very low. Just a while when we looked up here, it was full health, and now it's going to be dropping down. Centaur's got his Stampede if he needs to use it, but they're just going to have to concede that tower. They didn't even pop the glyph to make him wait a little longer. Relax is kind of in a risky position here. Not going to get spotted out. Ogre's just going to TP bottom as well. It looks like they were trying to dive the Naga a little bit. Nice Dream Coil comes out. Unfortunately, Zeus is going to be able to TP out. He does make it. Dream Coil caught him on the edge, but it was before he started. Sorry, yeah, before he started TPing out. And Centaur ulti is going to save Lost. Meanwhile, top lane looking to go on Soul for you. They need the Venge Stun to cool down. 3 seconds. You just got to break line of sight for a couple more. Centaur's going to loop back through. Trying to eat the trees, just buying space. One more double edge, and that's going to pick him off. So kind of pays for it a little bit, but in the end, able to. At least they got the tower, and no one. Their carry bottom was safe. PA trying to farm catch up a little bit, doing okay, 41 CS. The Naga though is farming very well. Gotta figure out that guy's name. Claire S. Hart Karen is doing very well in the Naga side, sitting at 63 and 9, out farming everybody on the map by a substantial amount, and that's got to be start getting a little scary. He's got 2,000 gold in the bank, gonna start approaching relic range, over halfway there. So a few more minutes and he should be all right. Looks like they're going to start to maybe do some stacks here. They got to catch up somehow. With the Elder Titan here as well, they'll be able to clear through these fairly quickly, especially with the Zeus Arc Lightning. But it's just... I almost think they need more than just this big camp stacked here. Their PA, they needed to somehow give this to their PA, but their PA is... I don't know. Has got to be the one to carry them into the late game if this is where this ends up going. They have decent heroes for in the mid game, and their idea behind their draft I think was solid with the Elder Titan minus resistances being effective. But in the end, it's just I don't think it's going to be enough. This mid tower is going to be dropping very quickly as well. They don't have Earth Splitter. PA's only level 8. They're going to pop their glyph, throw out a couple daggers. Ooh, big crit. That's going to hurt though. Only needs one tower shot, but this tower probably going to be denied. Stomp's going to come out, and they should... Looks like they're going to forget about the tower. Catapult too strong, and they're not going to find anything in exchange. So no one on DTF gets the last hit, but the Radiant does claim that tower. So this Shakira is starting to pay off. Had a little bit of trouble in the offlane, but doing all right now. And we're going to have to see what they want to do here. Do they have a smoke? They've got one on the ET. It's going to be coming out on the Crow eventually. But this will be a little bit. They're going to have to de-push bottom. And they need to start grouping up and contesting these fights more, I think. Otherwise, they're just going to keep falling further and further behind this Naga, who's now up to 81 last hits. Zeus has an ulti, though. Naga, no, she's got Song. She'll be okay. That is one thing we didn't talk about, is if Naga is very low and Songs and TP's out, Zeus can still kill her. PA gets picked off in her jungle, though, bound by what I assume would have been a smoke gank. Too busy looking at Naga. Gets picked off as well. So good rotation there, able to find it out. And they plant a very nice aggressive ward here. So they know she tries to find catch-up farm in the jungle. Counter smoke's coming out onto that core, but Naga's already deep in the jungle. Well, deep, finding a regen rune in the river. And she might walk back into trouble, though. She does have mana for her Song. She's going to get found. They know she's here. Zeus ulti comes through. Her Song comes out instantly. Skyrath may drop very low, but he gets saved by the Song. Gonna just TP out. Oh! Unfortunately, Naga moves a little bit too far away, and Skyrath tanks the gank. So, in the end, at least Joy got something, but definitely not the target they were looking for. They wanted to get that Naga, who has 3,200 gold. Sorry, 3,260. Only 600 away from that. Oh, Blink Strike PA. Gonna look to go in Naga. Riptide's gonna deter PA, though. And she's getting very close to that relic, and having a relic I'd say anything under 15 minutes is doing really well, especially on a lane where on against a team where you were supposed to have all this pressure coming out between the Zeus, Elder Titan, Centaur. Like these are early fighting heroes. Like they can do a lot of damage very early, and they're gonna look to D-ward though, using the power of that lightning bolt change a few patches back. And Centaur has a blink dagger, and they still haven't been able to find too many pickoffs yet, which is unfortunate. Usually when you get this item on your Centaur, it's like, very much so, you want to fight, fight, fight. And the fact that he doesn't have any points in return and has maxed hoof stomp makes me believe he wanted to be aggressive and go. He wanted the maximum amount of damage and stun time he could get. He wasn't worried about trying to be, defensive or anything like that. He wanted to fight. And they're just not quite able to. We'll have to see. Circles being drawn in the map. I believe that's by the Centaur. Ooh, he's double-edging creeps in the Radiant jungle. Very ballsy. Christino on the PA, sitting at 1600 gold, looking for that first item. Things coming out on the Naga. They know where she is. She's got enough for her relic. Uh-oh, she's got to be careful. Song's on cooldown. Doesn't want to get caught out here. Dagger's gonna fly through, unfortunately. Oh, Spirit's gonna spot her out. PA gonna blink strike. She does. Stomp's gonna come through as well. Does land. Puck's there. Gotta be able to save a carry. Stampede to follow up. Claire, you're gonna make it away. Oh, she got her relic on the side. So good stuff there. Coil's gonna break on the PA, dropping low. Ogre's there with an Invis rune. They might be able to go. Cancels the animation. Spirit's gonna scout some things out. Scout at the puck, but I don't think Ogre wants to go in this. Not unless Puck can get back in. He has a blink dagger though.
Dyer's bottom tower got blown to bits.
And meanwhile, Chikiro doing his thing bottom. I want to watch this Ogre, see what he decides to do. Centaur's blinking out. Ogre gonna be a little cheeky. Does go for it. Centaur cancels his TP. Ogre went a little bit early. Puck's gonna go in. Gonna be able to pick up the kill. Unfortunately, is he gonna return the kill? Centaur has a blink double edge in a moment here. There it is. Nice kill. So they end up going 2 for 2. Zeus apparently died bottom. Fortunately, I missed that one. I was busy watching mid. But in the end, decent stuff.
The Dyer best do something about that bottom tower.
Both teams getting some kills here. They're sitting 6 and 6 according to the scoreboard. The gold graph, experience graph, just over 1,000 in favor of DTF, and Joyko Rat is down as well. They're down about 4,000 gold, I want to say, just under. So DTF with a small lead, which is unsurprising as Naga Siren is almost doubling up everybody on the map as far as CS goes. Has 108 CS at 15 minutes. Actually had the relic before 15 minutes, I would say, and is going to have the Radiance here in about 300 gold. Get that out of the way. Has a bounty rune to pick up if she wants. Ogre just has a soul ring right now. Skywrath has 3 Null Talisman. You know what? That makes Arcane Bolt hurt a lot. That all those extra Null Talismans, and you can spam it for days. Zeus, Soul Ring and Mana Boots. 1,400 gold. Elder Titan, Tranks, and Soul Ring. Centaur is the most farmed hero they've got, I believe, as far as the net worth. Yeah. Stupid 6 sitting at 5,300. Another pause comes out from Relax this time. Joy, they're having some issues, it seems. And quickly go over here and check out the PA. He is going for that Battle Fury build, which I'm a little worried about. I think if you want to, going Battle Fury on PA, well, it's really good for damage, and the cleave is nice a little bit later. It's really a farming item. Just like it is on Anti-Mage, it lets you clear camps and push the wave very quickly. And I don't think you want to play the farming game up against a Naga Siren. Like, especially one that's been getting this much farm in general. I think it's very risky to try and go that strategy. But that's the way they've decided to play this one, so we'll have to see how it works out for them. The other thing, too, is because it does so much damage early, and up against a Naga Siren, you do want to clear out those illusions. I can kind of understand it, because there's going to be a problem later, and if PA has a Battle Fury, it's going to be a lot easier for her. Pause is going to come off. And Ping's coming out on bottom. Zeus checking for wards, making sure there's nothing happening here. They've got a smoke coming out to them, I do believe. Yep, they've got 2 coming out for Lost. Lots of things coming out middle, though. Ice Path after the Yule is going to follow up on Centaur. He gets silenced in Mystic Flare, dropping very low. Nice kill and combo coming out from the side of the Radiant. Didn't use anything of significant cooldown. Just the Macropyre and the Mystic Flare, both of which are meant to be spammed. And they immediately smoke up. They're probably going to go look and try and find PA. That said, she's farming the wave, so maybe they're not. They're just looking to loop around behind the tower. And nice blink Dream Coil onto the Venge. Silence as well, and is going to fall. Two quick kills go in the way of DTF. They're starting to take a fair bit of control. And a team with superior late game, I would say, doing better early, especially when they're ahead. Naga Siren did pick up her Radiance during that, so it's just under 17 minutes, and they're going to look to pressure this tier 2. And one or two more liquid fires, and this is almost not worth defending. Elder Titan does have Stomp Earth Splitter, and Stomp's going to land on Skywrath. Earth Splitter's going to fly out as well. It's going to not, unfortunately, not land on anybody. Lots of damage came out. PA does blink onto Puck. Puck manages to phase shift, does go down to the end. Skywrath Mage drops as well. Picked off by the Centaur. That double edge range, though. Holy crap. Venge swaps back the Ogre, stuns him. He's going to drop as well. Ice Path from Jakiro comes out. Very defensive. Sorry, very good defensive Ice Path, and he's going to just look to run away. He's buying some time. Naga's running back. She's pretty hurt. Aslong, but not going to get there. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get this. Centaur does have a stomp, but Jakiro's too fast. That Yule's and Tranquil Boot speed paying off. So, oh, Zeus has looped around. Found him, but not able to do enough damage. And looks like they're just going to pull the wave, and they're going to settle for claiming this tier 1. So they managed to get some return kills there. Oh, they're not pushing it, though. Oh, that's too bad. I think that they probably could have done some damage to that. Like, no one's rotating, everybody's running back and just respawning. But Naga Siren is split farming top. She's got an illusion out, cutting the wave up here, as well as herself in the jungle. Probably without illusions at the time. Yay, 1200, sorry, 800 away from that Battle Fury. Has a Claymore, just needs the broadsword. Zeus picks up a 4-staff, so that's good. Mobility on Zeus is so important. He's such a slow hero in general, and he can do enough damage as it is. Sure, going into late game, you want things like a maybe like a Veil of Discord, Scepter, and Refresher Orb and stuff like that. That's all fine. But in order to get to the late game, you have to gotta get some mobility. You gotta survive fights. Naga Siren's farming very aggressively here. 3 heroes nearby. Stampede's gonna come out. I think that was meant for as a defensive one, but top Naga's just gonna song. Doesn't have a TP though. She's gonna have to be careful. They don't have any vision of her, I believe. Wave of Terror, that's just going to clip her, but in the end, they're not going to be able to go. He was looking for a Blink Strike down over this way, I do believe. Oh. Naga. Just going to keep farming. What's she got on the Crow? Boots of Travel. And the Rat is real. This Naga Siren has all the farms she wants at 19 minutes. What is her GPM? 480, so not ridiculously high, but compared to anyone else on the map, she is quite a ways ahead. Just constantly checking for wards. I like that. That's a good call. Go for you. Back bottom again. Just split pushing out. And this Jakiro, he's got this tower so low, this one so low. This one hasn't really been bothered yet, but if he can, he's just going to sit around and get one more liquid fire on the tower. And one day he might pay for that, especially with people like Centaur rotating in. And he might stick around too much, but if they don't glyph this, that's a tower gone. And they're just gonna let it fall. Fortunately, he doesn't get the lucky tick, but gets that tier 2.
This should make my life easier.
And PA's got a Battle Fury now. 20 minutes, finally has it, so hopefully that farm will accelerate and she can start playing catch up. Naga Siren is already worth about 10,000, and then followed up by the Jakiro as well. So their strategy, I would say, is working out well for them. Naga pushing bottom. Or mid, sorry, and so I think I just got trolled, but either way, that's the scouting Thunder God's Wrath coming out from the Zeus, just trying to figure out where everybody is, maybe where the real Naga is, which is one handy thing, I guess, but it's tough when you have to use your ulti to figure out which Naga is real. Puck farming very close to the PA. Jakiro's there for support as well. Yule's into the Blink Yule's. I didn't even see Jakiro pick that up. They could go Yule's, Blink, Ice Path, Macropyre. Puck's gonna go in. Blink Silence as well. Dream Coil popped also. PH doesn't really have anywhere to go. That said, the Earth Splitter's gonna come up, and they're actually gonna be able to turn this. PA with some quick crits, cleans up. And nice rotation coming out from the side of Joy. Overcommitment coming out from the side of DTF. They're a little too confident, and that's a fair bit of experience. The gold is not unreasonable, but that experience is quite a bit. Naga coming out. They're picking up top tower. They're gonna have to They're gonna have to push soon. I mean, they have the bottom tier 1, but they still don't have any of the others, and they're down 3 towers right now. Having a rough time. You know, he's going for the Battle Fury build, I assume. Could be a Deso, but that's, I think, very unlikely. But I mean, they are stacking the minus resistances, armor and magic. Sorry. Earth Mage farming up. Swapped out for a Staff of Wizardry, so I'm assuming 4 staff. It's pretty common. Ogre, are you close to anything? Not yet. Naga, I believe, has a oh. Ups a song. Gonna make it out bottom. Yeah, it's easy TP. Excuse me. I was gonna say Ogre doesn't really have anything towards a Scepter. Naga, though, does have a sorry, the Yasha coming out to her. So, looking to farm up. And that'll be working well towards her Manta style. And I'm not sure if she wants to go Diffusal. I don't see why not, but we'll have to wait and see what she decides to go for. Puck, what do you have? Blink Dagger, 1300 gold. Might be going Dagon. Not too sure. Actually gonna stack up the camp, so I'm assuming that's for Naga. She'll be able to farm that with her illusions in a little bit. Zeus has a Sage's Mask, and she thinks he's going for a Yule Scepter. Yay! Working towards that BKB. ET probably wants to get a 4 staff. Gonna go for Yule's. Yule's makes. I guess Yule's is fine as well. Yule's into the stomp is good as well. Yule's is so strong right now, both as a defensive and an offensive one. I think it's just a scouting ulti, but I think everybody on the Radiant has Tranquil Boots. I want to say.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Sorry, it's not everybody on the Radiant. It's just 5 people in general have Tranquil Boots. That's why every time I click on somebody, they have it.
The Dire
Ward?
might wanna mine their top tower.
What ward? Says Zeus. He's gonna be able to get that. One more hit. There we go. Doesn't miss. PA farming up top. Just gonna keep that up. That's a Jakiro. Blinks in very aggressively. Gets an Ice Path Acropire off, but he might pay. Centaur Blink Stomp Double Edge. That's a fair bit of overcommitment coming up from the side of the Radiant. Soul for you on the Jakiro. Bit of an overcommitment, unfortunately. Mid lane. Oh, the Titan Zeus. They're just farming away. It just makes so much noise globally. Every time he casts spells, I think he's doing something. But I'm just crazy. Naga can continue to farm up. Has a bottled DD rune, so whenever she decides to push, after she makes all her illusions, she can pop the DD. Illusions will benefit from the double damage. They will double their damage, per se. Not double Naga. They will deal double what they would deal, not what Naga is dealing. So if she hits for 100 base damage, they'll be hitting for 100. Because with the DD, she hits for 2. Just how that works. I mean, it'd be pretty scary, especially if you're looking to push her in a team fight. Wait and see, maybe she just pops it to farm. Yeah. Just do that. Zeus is here as well. Elder Titan also. They almost need to get her with an Earth Splitter. Or a long range stomp in order to cancel her TP when she's songing away. But nothing yet. And unfortunately, this game is a little less exciting than I would always like to see from Dota. But it's very interesting watching how these kind of games progress. Watching the patterns of whoever's playing the Naga, or Terrorblade is another hero that can do this. And just seeing how they progress. Because while DTF is definitely not behind, I don't think they're ahead. They gave up some kills. That's another Zeus ult coming through. Puck dropping very low. Not low enough yet, though. Zeus needs his Ags in level 16 before that kills. But they're going to go for another smoke gank. Looks like just 4 of them. Nope, 5-man smoke gank. And no lines being drawn on the map. You know, there we go. They circled the Jakiro, which, if they find him, that'll be good. And I think having Venge or PA out front is good. Centaur's got a blink, a 4 staff. Stampede is well used. That's a dead Jakiro. Rip Jakiro. Definitely went splat. And they're gonna ping out a bounty rune. Bench has a mech, so they might go into Roche, but I don't know about this. Taking Roshan up against a Naga Siren is really risky. And if lots of pings coming out, they know that it's happening. Naga has her travels up. Have to style on the crow if she wants it. She's just gonna split the, take the top tower, farm the wave. She's also taking mid, but they looks like they're gonna get Roshan, but it's gonna be at the trade of their top tier 2, maybe. Not quite. They almost lose both their tier 2. She's just gonna song and TP away. Oh, good stuff there. But both their tier 2s. This one's in deny range, if they choose to do that. And so is top, actually. So they're denying top, and they're gonna deny mid. So, well, sure, they get the denies on those towers, which is a pretty big deal. That's what is it? 1,000 gold taken away from the Radiant. They've lost all that map control now. Now they have nothing protecting their Raxes from the Naga Siren chip damage. I mean, she can just continue sending illusions down the lane, and sure, it might be like 60 damage at a time, 50 damage here or there, but she's eventually going to drop the Rax. I mean, it's going to take forever, but it's going to happen, and there's not a lot you can do about it. They almost have to come out and start fighting aggressively in order to get these kills. Darth Mage, why are you so low? Looks like he was just farming away. Hero working towards actually getting a an Agnum Scepter, so interesting choice there. Not too sure about that. And by not too sure, I don't mean it's a bad idea, but just I'm not too sure. I don't see it very often. I know it's got ridiculously long range, and I assume it does a fair bit more damage. Scepter damage, yeah, it does a fair bit more, and that cast range is nuts. Also, I guess it does last forever, so good stuff there. Helpful with the push if you can get it going across. Puck's doing puck things and blinking away from people. Yeah, he's gonna run into a bunch of illusions. Dagger's one, just looking to clean him up, I assume. Even so, she's able to get some of those last hits. TP's mid, spawn some illusions and backs. Gonna go into her jungle and farm for a little bit, regen some mana. Needs to pick up this bounty rune here. Fill up. And geez, Elder Titan's even dropping very low to that Radiance, just that tick over time. And Naga Siren's farm is starting to become a little absurd. 3,000 gold in the bank, not sure what she wants to go for next. They have things to deal with now. They can fight easily now. PA has a full 10-second BKB as well as an Aegis. This is the time to fight. If they want to go, they got to get aggressive here. So he's got most of that to act if he wants to buy out for it, but saving it. But Jakiro and Naga, like, they're just not in a position to force them back. And Naga's going to, oh, she doesn't have mana. She's just going to TP out. They find her unable to cancel it, though. Oh, that was close. Playing it a little risky there. Jakiro was able to get out as well. Blink. And the run speed away. Very close in that bottom lane, though. And that's one of the problems they have, too. Is anytime they group up to push, because they don't have any of the tier 2s down. Like, they've got one tier 1. They have no tier 2s down at all. They're going to be having a very hard time. Because they're going to be seen. Because the waves are always pushed back to, like, here. Naga's going to see them and just TP to whichever lane doesn't have 3 or 4 of them. And push it into the racks. And, I mean, look at that tower. It's half dead. So if they do that again, they're going to lose a tower. Next time they lose a range racks. And it's just the slow decay. And I'm not saying it's over yet. I'm saying what Joyko Rat need to do is they need to... Oh, songs popped. Gonna micro the illusions away to farm, actually. And just walk away. Wow. PA's gonna get forced out. Look to pursue. Claire throws out the net. Unfortunately, PA can't get a dagger to blink off. And they're starting to dive hard here. We've got Puck rotating in. Phase shift popped. Okay, it's just going to clean up the stack. That's actually a pretty big deal. That was, I believe, a quad stack. Yeah, just cleaning up the last of them. That's a good amount of gold, and I think this is their opportunity to push. Fun game, says Skyrath. Resident Sleeper Naga Siren. Oh, that's funny. So, yeah, he's actually going S and Y. I think that's alright. It's a bit more of a fighting build, but Naga pushes in bottom before Joyko Rat can do anything. And Ogre Magi, what are you working on? He's got most of his Ags, half of it at least. That's alright. Skyrath, anything as an Ados. That's That's impressive. Didn't go for a 4-staff like I thought he was. Actually finished off an Ados. Oh, PA. Oh, Blink gets cancelled by Zeus. Good ult there. Puck drop very low. Naga's going to move into the jungle. It's actually going to find Zeus. Pops the Manta style. And is going for a heart. So this will be the sustain. Her illusions will be so tanky at this point that they're going to take a long time to drop. And if she wants to go for a butterfly afterwards, she can. Hero runs by a haste rune. And this is just like that double push. Double push.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
And there's just not a lot they can do. They're constantly being pulled back and forth, left and right. And PA is just not able to keep up. I mean, she's been farming well, and I think has been making progress. But there's going to reach a point where Naga's just not even going to fight with her team. And her team is going to be so hard to deal with that... Oh! Blink Stomp as well. Oh! The Manta dodge is real! The plays! That was impressive. Nice play from Claire. Claris. I don't know. Name is hardest part of casting, confirmed. But Soul for you, pushing in bottom again. Unsurprising. Centaur ulti is popped, and PA is going to find a kill on the Skywrath, and is going to clean up another stack. This is the second one. This is only a double, but still, that's got to be frustrating for DTF. How much gold? I think the average stack's worth like 250, 350 gold. It took 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, so I mean, it's a bit of economic damage. Making some headway. The Graft is dipping back towards the Dire, which is good. Experience is actually, holy crap, in their favor. And this is, I guess, isn't as surprising as I thought. Because one of the major things is all the players on the Dire are being forced to be always near the lanes and push them out. Lots of things coming out onto Jakiro, though. Zeus, there it is. One more Thunderbolt. And actually has an Ags now as well. So he's getting some farm. And this is when he can start to do some damage. I don't know what he wants to go for next, whether it's a Veil or a Refresher. Maybe some more mobility, a Blink Dagger or something. We'll have to see what he decides to go for. But this is one of the problems that Naga Siren can do, or do to your own team, is because she's keeping every wave pushed basically like this. None of her teammates are getting any of the experience. They're all forced to split 5 jungle camps, and the Ancients have been stolen from them too many times. So they're falling very far behind as far as levels go. Centaur takes the mid tower. PA gets a basher, and some items are starting to come out. And I think Joyko Rat, this is their opportunity, but they have to be careful. They don't commit too hard to a push or a fight and forget about Naga, or let her get some decent farm. And this tower hasn't been touched too much since, but we're still coming out for Venge, actually. That's good. But we're seeing it here in the, where is it? I don't know where levels are. Here we go. Like, the Dire are a fair bit higher. They've only got 1% level 11. I don't know. It's something. It's definitely a problem because she takes all the lane farm, and then will take all of the jungle farm. Stupid sick. What are you working on? Working on a heart. He's got the big part of it, only 2,000 some away from it. Naga Siren pushing bottom, and if they know this is the real one, they probably think it's an illusion. Oh, nice stomp gonna come out, double edge as well, but geez, she's tanky. Stampede as well. Unfortunately, Zeus blinks into it, and they're not gonna be able to cancel this. Elder Titan's caught just on the edge. He needs that Earth Splitter to land somehow. He needs to somehow preemptively Earth Splitter and cancel Naga Siren's TP with it. But in the end, oh, PA. I didn't see it just happen so fast. Gets the kill on the Skywrath Mage. I'm assuming it was a blink crit and Skywrath went pop, and the poor little chicken couldn't handle it. Looks like they might push. Puck's fairly hurt already. Stomp, you gonna come out? Actually gonna be channeled here. Oh, doesn't get the puck. Gets a bit of damage though. Earth Splitter's gonna come through. It's just gonna hit creeps though. Unfortunately, doesn't land. Not quite timed right. PA's gonna blink away. Ends up a Naga illusion, and they're gonna back off. GG run though. They might look to regoose on this. Yules comes out from Oh, unfortunately doesn't get the BKB off just yet. It's actually on cooldown. Relax is dropping very low. Gonna get multicasted down. Nagasiren's coming in. Gonna find the Elder Titan. That's a dead Mr. Lost. Fortunately, his cause was a little bit lost. Oh, Dream Coil does miss the PA. They're gonna look to chase. No, they're gonna back off. And they're pinging out mid lane. Only a buyback on the Elder Titan. Unfortunately, he doesn't do a whole lot. Ice Path's gonna come out. Centaur gets off a BKB beforehand, but he's gonna have to run away. He won't be able to stand and fight this. He's gonna get netted up, and they're gonna start chipping away at him. And once his BKB's off, it's gonna be rough. He's gonna get Ice Path. Oh, force-staffed away out of the Mystic Flare. Good save coming out from Soul. Multicast onto the PA. Naga's sleep used. And I think that's a good call. They're all very low. They're just gonna back off, use the cover of the song to retreat, and Roshan has respawned. We'll have to see which team makes a play on that first, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. And back to farming they go. Centaur is just cleaning up some camps. PA looks like she's working towards that Abyssal Blade, which will help a lot. Once she gets that, she'll be able to blink Abyssal the Puck or the Nagasiren before they're able to phase shift and blink and all that stuff, or just song and run away. So we'll have to wait and see. She'll the Abyssal Blade should buy her enough time to get Avenge follow-up, a Centaur follow-up, some other form of crowd control, and not to mention it's just another solid stun in general. Bottom, Ogre doing Ogre things mid, has a Scepter now. I call that out. But the double multicast is real, and that is one thing PA is fairly susceptible to, is if she gets multicasted, even if it's like one double and a triple, it doesn't have to be two quads, it's going to be pretty rough for her. So we'll have to see what they do. Puck dropped very low from that Zeus ulti. See what had happened, but might have just been low, and then Zeus ulti hurts. Not level 16 yet on Zeus, unfortunately. Doesn't have that. Don't think he gets a kill with an extra 100 damage, but still, it scare Puck. Yay, farming in front of the Naga Illusions isn't afraid anymore. And is 200 some away from, or just under 200 away from that Abyssal. Super Basher, if you prefer. Stupid Sick has his heart now, so you gotta be careful when you're hitting this guy. Return, something you don't talk about too often. Centaur has the highest strength gain in the game. Oh, Venge is actually gonna spot out Jakiro, so Stun comes out. Blink, Stomp as well. Stampede. No Stampede yet, the double edge. Pops a BKB, pops Stampede. Jakiro drops very low. Actually gonna Yule's, gonna get clicked down. There it goes. Puck goes back in though. Probably gonna clean up the Venge. One more right click finishes him off. Centaur gets another stomp. Lost is coming in here. He's got backup support. Unfortunately, he gets Dream Coiled. Triple multicast comes out from the Ogre. Ding Ding is real. Double cast comes out as well. Nagasiren's here. So far, it's a 3 for 2 in favor of Joyko, but PA's there as well, looking to clean it up. Blinks. Earthsplitter, unfortunately, is going to miss. Naga gets bashed before he can get the song off. Miss. Oh, that was close. That's a Talisman of Evasion. Paying for itself. Ooh, Naga drops very low. Unfortunately, the heart regen is a little too strong, and lots of pings coming out on Roshan. And he doesn't have any life steal, but they should be okay to just clean it up. Yeah, Rosh is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. If she gets a crit or a handful of bashes, she'll be fine. Yeah. And I think with this, is she finishing up her basher? She should be. And then I think Satanic or Vlad's, if you want to get something a little quicker, Satanic if you don't. But I think Satanic's probably the better choice going into late game. Unfortunately, though, Nagasiren now has a Monkey King, or sorry, not a Monkey King bar, but the full butterfly. So PA has enough gold right now just to get wait, Nagasiren has a butterfly, so PA can just pick up a Monkey King bar right now if she wants to, and then that item is basically useless on Naga. And I mean, sorry, the evasion is basically useless. Her illusions will still be very tanky. The extra armor and the extra damage is very good, as well as the attack speed and whatnot. But it's the evasion on the hero herself, at least. PA's gonna pick up the Abyssal. Decides I've got the Aegis and might as well just finish it off. And Naga's finally gonna get to take a stack of Ancients that her supports have been making for her. It's tough. It's over. It looks like Soul looks like he's going for that refresher orb. That double ulti will be very strong. Puck? Nope. Cleaning up creeps. Centaur's pinging out the Naga Siren. Unfortunately, he's probably figured out that it isn't real. And he's got 1600 gold on top of his heart. Not sure what he goes for next. Maybe an Assault Curious, just tank up some more, a little more minus armor. Help out the PA a little bit. But we'll have to see what Puck is going to go for. Puck has an Ags now, and I really like that pickup. It's really strong against the Centaur and the PA. Both heroes that use their mobility a lot, and they're going to want to be moving around the fight. So if they get caught by the Stream Coil, they're tethered there for 8 seconds. Oh, Puck mistimes it. Actually doesn't get off the blink first. Gets clipped by, I believe, the Zeus Arc Lightning. Or sorry, not Static Field from the Arc Lightning. Stampede's going to come out top, going to clean up the Ogre. Centaur's looking for more, but not going to be able to get it. And they should get this tier 1. That's a Naga Siren starting to chip away at their base. Stun from Venge is going to come out, but really? What are you going to do to this? And she's just going to TP out. No swap, nothing. Loses their tier 1 top. Now where did Naga TP to? Just TP back to base. Double edge onto Skywrath. Unfortunately not going to fall out. Force Staff to the low ground. Not sure who that was by. That would have been the ET. And he's actually dropping very low. Oh, the Orb gets the kill. Not able to get the stomp off. And Centaur is going to be slowed up by the Rod of Eidos. It looks like he's just going to blink out. Puck. Oh, didn't have a drink well. 30 seconds and Euless was still on cooldown. So Centaur makes it away there. And I believe that was just a 2-for-2 over time. I guess the Zeus died a while ago mid, but 2-for-1 exchange up in the top lane after getting another kill in the mid. Yeah, he's got 4,400 gold. I assume is going to go for the Monkey King bar. The only problem is that means he runs out of slots very quickly on that hero. We'll have to wait and see what he wants to do. Ogre's basically 6-slotted. I mean, what more does the support want? Zeus, Ags, Force, Oblivion Staff, getting close to that Refresher Orb. Needs, was it 16? No. Oh, multi. I think it's just scouting. No one dying. Stampede is used defensively. I don't know why they popped that. They see Naga Siren off to the side. Maybe it's just like to get over there. Elder Titan's gonna force step forward. Naga Siren has her song, so I'm not sure what they plan to do. Okay, this is it, buddy. Dagger's gonna come out. Now, anticipate the song in the TP. No. Song and run. Damn. So unfortunate. Song is on cooldown, though. It's only for 90 seconds. How much longer do they have? Zeus dropping very low, just to the illusions and the burn. It's gotta be rough. Macropyre's pushing in the mid lane. Stupid Sick doesn't want to sit in this for too long, I imagine. Gonna look to rotate away. And Elder Titan, I don't know. He's got, again, 6-slotted support. What more do you do at this point other than just wait for the cores to do things and then react? Kind of tough for him. But PA, I got to be that Monkey King bar. I don't think anything else is going to win you the game. And I mean, sure, you won't be very tanky, but at a certain point, you got to substitute tanky for actually being able to kill the Naga. Because the Naga doesn't really have to worry about it so much. She's going to have the illusions hitting things. And she also maybe doesn't want to go on the PA as much. She's got 4,700 gold as well. So if she wants to go, she can easily get a Monkey King bar for herself. She's actually going to get scouted out. Has just enough mana to song. Pops the song, not able to get it off. Oh, Venge stun comes through. They're going to chain the Centaur Stomp. They've got the Super Basher. Oh! And a big crit followed up by a right click from the Centaur. Finishes off Naga. And she's got buyback bots, but look at the ping. Instead of pinging out mid, they want all of their lanes pushed out. And sure that's a huge pick, and I'm sure it's worth a fair bit of gold and experience, but you're not going to be able to push off of it very well. I mean, PA and ET, they're going to push mid, but Naga she can buy back, and I mean, sure that's not great, but she's got so much farm already. I don't think it's a big deal. And I say so much farm, she's only 2,000 ahead of this Phantom Assassin. And Justino has done an excellent job of catching up. Oh, the Abyssal crits are real. Unfortunately, Jakiro almost dies, bashed and chopped down as well. This is looking a little scary, but then again, the Ogre Skywrath combo is real. Couple multicasts into the Ancient Seal, And that's a lot of burst damage. Now we're going to look for the Riri Goose. And Ogre's going to be dropping that damage coming out from Zeus on top of the Elder Titan aura. And it's a 4 for the PA. They're going to look to push. They've got buybacks on Puck and Ogre. Nog's going to be respawning in moments. And that's some good pickoffs, but no pushing. How fast that Ogre dropped, though, is what they were supposed to be doing all game to people. Just nuking fools. But Nogasarn picks up a Diffusal Blade, so the illusions are going to start hitting very hard, as well as making it a little tougher to use your spells. So we'll see. Maybe she'll let her supports farm. And this big creep wave is actually going to do a lot. I don't know if they'll get the tower. Range creep's not pulled off. And I don't think it's going to go down. They might just let it get low and then deny it. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Naga's starting to threaten. Zeus cancels his ult. He doesn't want to pop it. Does he have his refresher? No, he's very close though. He's only 500 away from it. And he's gonna look to push. Puck, what do you got next? Puck hasn't really had any item progression in a while. Unfortunately, not able to start working towards things like a scythe, which Puck needs in order to go up against this PA. Disable that evasion. And I know I said it's not a huge deal, but at the same time, you still need to have this item progression. Centaur is going for that Assault Cuirass. So little surprise there. Venge going for BKB of her own. And I think that's fine. Just a little harder to control and burst down, and then she can swap in with impunity. Lost 2,000 gold. Probably just saving for buyback at this point. Which, speaking of buyback, there we go. So PA, Centaur, and Elder Titan have it. And then 1,000 gold away from everybody else. Stun actually is going to connect on the Naga Siren. Abyssal Blade as well. One more hit. And Zeus takes the kill. Instant buyback from the Naga Siren. Oh, Centaur! Nice play there. As manages to kill the creep. Unfortunately, Naga made the mistake of TPing to the wrong set of creeps. Jakiro might pay. 4 steps out of range of the double edge, and then blinks further. They're looking to go. Nice TP here. The vision just on the outside edge. And they're drawing a defensive line. Naga Siren, where are you? Manages to push out mid. A little bit unfortunate there. Went for the risky TP right into the creeps that were right there, but Centaur is playing with his eyes open. Managed to see what's going on and get the double edge on the creep wave. Relax, motherfucker. Has BKB. BKB is engaged. PA bottom. And that is okay, good. PA is gonna have the Monkey King bar. And at this point, I think it starts getting really scary for Naga. If there's an Elder Titan sitting on her, she has 0 armor. And that is one of the reasons why I questioned the Naga pick earlier in the draft. Is she's such an, like, she doesn't build armor items. She doesn't build Assault Cuirass. She doesn't build Vlad. She doesn't build these things. Like, and no one on her team really does either. So, going up against his ET, I think it's a very critical mistake. Like, even if the Ogre had just picked up a Vlad's just to be a walking Vlad's, basically, I think that would have helped. Dewarding here as well. They got a smoke on someone, I'm sure. Or on the Crow, or... Okay, Elder Titans. He's ready to roll. He's got 3. He's all hooched up. They gonna pop it? Ah, they did. Centaur, where are you? He's all the way back in base. Might pick up that Assault here. He's probably saving for buyback. Lots of pings coming out here. Roshan is up. They could Rosh or smoke into the Rosh pit. But they're gonna look for blood. Having Venge sit out front, they might find Skywrath. But I think the Puck's telling everybody that it's coming. And they counter smoke. Venge drops a ward. Actually, Venge is going to be the one gone on here. Almost bursted down. Doesn't quite drop yet. Has a mech and a BKB. He's not going to go down. PA blinks forward. Gets a crit on the Ogre. Nice Earth Splitter comes through. Manages to catch the Skywrath. And that looks like it. Oh, Stomp misses the hoof stomp. Actually, 3-man Ice Path as well as an ulti. The Venge drops down. In the end, they get the Jakiro. Jakiro has buyback. Elder Titan. Oh! Oh, creepy the creep. That's a lot of hurt coming out from his allies there. Nagasiren is looking for get the pick. And does she have bots? Her bots are on cooldown. Where is she on the map? She is just sitting further back underneath the Skywrath Mage. Lots of Zeus bolts coming out, trying to chase down this Naga illusion. Stupid is Stupid Sick is dropping very low. Soul tries to force staff up, doesn't quite make her. And he had that refresh orb.
The Dire might
I think he had
wanna
used
mine
it
the top
previously.
tower.
Polaris? Karen is, I don't know, man. Buyback's on cooldown for another 3.5 minutes, 3,000 gold in the bank. But again, just underneath that natural order, your HP is so low. PA crits you twice and you die, and you can't even evade them now. I think if PA can get a lock on the Naga and get like I think if PA gets like 4 clicks, Naga dies no matter what. Like I don't think there's really anything she can do. She just has to avoid fights and let her team take them in places where she can go and push off the other lanes. But we'll have to wait and see. Lots of pressure coming out here as well. Things all over the place. Puck, oh, where'd you go? Still hasn't progressed after that. But I think the point where they can come back is if they can get a sheep stick on somebody. I don't know who's gonna farm it. Maybe Jakiro, 2,600 gold, almost has enough for the Mystic Staff, but somebody needs to buy one. This PA is just out of hand. And she doesn't have lifesteal, so I think if Centaur got a Vlad's... No, Centaur can't. That's a Venge item. That is a Venge item this game.
This should make my life
Third
easier.
Roshan of the game is going to be going down. PA won't be able to take it unless she drops S and Y, which I guess isn't the end of the world, but... I don't know, maybe you give it to the Centaur so he can go a little bit more ham. But again, what does he drop? So, maybe just have the Venge take it. Or they're going to go for the Deny.
Push is tough, but the
Yay!
Dire's tougher still.
What did PA drop? Yeah, it was the S and Y. Oh,
Dire's mid towers having technical difficulties.
so
Them Dire buildings are tough as nails.
did she deny it? Or did that go into the Crow? That's weird. I don't know why you don't sell that. Either way, Naga and Jakiro pushing up top. They just want to get in range of one of these towers. If they can set up at the base here, like just in like this area here, on one of the lanes, they'll be able to do a lot of work and probably chip down a tower. But Joyko Rat's been doing very well as far as pushing out the lanes and keeping them pushed back. Hirosaki. He's got a blink now, so at least the Ogre has some mobility. Poor Skywrath has a Ghost Scepter and an Ados in a 54-minute game. Oh, another smoke comes out here. Zeus checks for a ward. So they know if they're going to waste their time. He's got his double ult as well. And with the Elder Titan up front, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Think people like Skywrath would just drop. Drakiro is sitting up top looking to Rat. Ulti comes out from Zeus. And they see everybody sitting way back here. They don't want to go. Well, maybe they do. Lots of pings coming out. They know where the Skywrath is. Thunderbolt comes out. Snags the last hit, unfortunately. He's not going to have it. Refreshes to get the kill. Oh, that's rough. Wants that kill. Pops the refresher. Get that other Thunderbolt off. But Yules comes out from his ET buddy. And, I mean, refresher down. Skywrath space created. Worth? I don't know. I'll have to see what they do. I think they know Jakiro's up here now, though. They're going to have to back off. And good call on Jakiro's part. Sitting up in the trees, not backing yet. Going to just look to push that wave out. And Naga's actually rotating as well. She's got Bloodlust. If they go in the Centaur, he could be in a lot of trouble. Her illusions are popped. At least some of them. And it's actually, yeah, Centaur goes on the Jakiro, but they're just going to look to make it away. Things coming out from the Dire. They're going to push the bottom tower. Glyph's actually popped. If they take a fight here, they've got the tower now. If the Glyph's pop, they could take a Rax if the Radiant take a poor fight. Naga's got them all kept back, though. Centaur has to push out that top lane. And, I mean, he's just saving for buyback now. Like, unless you want to start more self-force staff and get another heart. Like, I don't know what you do on this hero at this point. And Nagas Iron finally chips down that mid tower, so that 50 damage at a time, 50 damage at a time is coming out. Nagas Iron pops her ulti, he's gonna look to TP away, and they don't have any way to stop this. That preemptive Earth Splitter, you gotta be psychic. Soul is not doing a whole lot. And as a, probably just buying it for a team. Yeah, Naga Siren's just starting to buy buy detection and sentries and vision and all that stuff for her team. So, I mean, she's getting the gold. She might as well spend it. Naga actually has a refresher orb now on the Crow as well. So, she's like, what, 9 slotted now? 8 slotted? Jeez. So much farm. Net worth, she's up to... Her and the PA are actually tied. PA has 7,000 some gold in the bank. There might be a Divine Rapier game. Who knows? We'll have to see. She's going on an illusion, though. Actually, Abyssal's the illusion. Oh, that's tough. But they finally got it so that they're pushing base, and Naga Siren is not near their tower. If they can... They're going to know that Jakiro's bottom. He has his boots of travel on cooldown for 14 seconds. They cannot defend without their Naga, who boots of traveled up. Oh, no, ran up there. So hers are up. She can boots in, but they've already lost their tier 3. And tier 3 bottom, not dropping that quick. Unfortunately, they're going to lose their mid-racks. I don't think this is a very good trade. I think they either need to get racks out of this or a lot of kills and able to push mid. Speaking of a lot of kills, they're going to look to go. Centaur gets quad casted and then a triple cast while under Mystic Flare and Ancient Seal. That is a lot of damage coming out there. Bottom lose their bottom tower. They've almost lost their mid racks. It is at literally 1 HP. Naga Siren's gonna song Centaur. Oh, the BKB was just not quite there. So that mid range racks though. They did lose their bottom tier 3, as well as their mid. Basically their mid range racks. That's so funny. And half their tier 3 top, but not a great trade. Unfortunately, just not quite able to get it, but they're going to look to push. Again, shifting back to the buyback status here. PA's got it, Centaur does not, and Zeus has it. No one else on their team has it. Everyone else is either on cooldown or short of gold. Ogre is carrying that gem and has the blink. Naga Siren is going to be forcing illusions into the base. All you have to do is get one there. The backdoor protection will not stop it. That is just too funny. So she's just going to keep forcing out the lanes. And they have a very good hero for playing from this far behind. Yeah. By the way, Twitch chat, I have no idea where that Sage and Yasha went. Okay. Phantom Assassin has it now. Again, not sure where they came from. Oh, they lost their mid-racks. And, oh, I like this pickup from Centaur. The Mjolnir, not for the attack speed so much, but he's going to put static charge on himself, and he's probably going to dish out an absurd amount of damage in these fights just because he's taking so many instances of damage, what from the radiance and just like AoE spells flying around. Oh, dagger, long range daggers come out. Naga pops the very long, very early song, and I think that's a good call. I hear BKB from Venge. Unfortunately, probably had it queued, so as soon as the song dropped, unfortunately, it went off. Shakiro was running away from Zeus. 4-step forward, Ice Path, nicely done from Soul for you, and he moves very quickly. Blinks, Force, Yules, and bots. And he is going towards what I assume... Oh, PA. Oh, Venge, sorry. Who has that? I was just going to mention that. Scythe! Yay! Puck has a Scythe, finally. And so they're able to get a pick off there with it. And once Jakiro gets his as well, I think they'll be okay. Skywrath actually has an Ethereal Blade. So the Mystic Flare, Shotgun, Ancient Seal, plus an extra 85% incoming magical damage on top of being a sheep. The dream is real. I mean, that'll blow up a PA in no time, so we'll have to see. Fortunately, these Naga illusions are just being incredibly pesky. And the mid lane isn't going to be pushing quite as fast as you would like, as the the Radiant do have the big range creeps. So they'll keep some of the equilibrium. It will push, but not quite as much as you'd hoped. Kiro's going to back off. Gyara's CPing top. Unfortunately, he's got to be careful. PA still can kill him. Blink, Abyssal, crit. And that's a dead chicken. So pick for pick. They traded their Venge a while ago for the Skywrath now. So each team getting a pick on a support, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot. Not as far as this game's going. Going for you. I believe he's got it. Goes down that massive macro pyre, and that's just going to keep the creep wave out. Stampede's popped. They're going to look to go on Naga. Ooh, had just enough mana. He's going to be able to get out. And that's got to be getting incredibly frustrating. You almost need to have your Centaur like waiting in the wings to pop his BKB, blink Stampede in, kind of thing, just in order to get that hoof stomp. Oh, blink stomp. Unfortunately misses. He pops his Mjolnir. He's gonna look to chase this. I'm not sure you catch this Jakiro though, buddy. Oh, Jakiro. Lots of pings coming out here. Oh, nice blink. Centaur just waits there and clears up the creeps. Top lane, PA goes, catches the real one. Doesn't want to go, pings it out. Zeus is coming in. Song's on cooldown for another 20 seconds. This is the time. The time is now. Maybe not though. Jakiro Ogre in the area. Jakiro's gonna lift up on TV. Oh, BKB popped, and that's PA going ham on a Jakiro. Instant buyback. Multicast comes out. That cleans up the Elder Titan off to the side. Nice coil comes out on 2. That's gonna be a long stun. Oh, and with that stun link, you're just dead after that. Nice play coming out from the side of DTF. Buybacks are available on Zeus and the Phantom Assassin, but they're gonna have to get there first. Oh, they don't want to lose this Venge. Yules as well from the puck. No control yet. Silence unfortunately misses. BKB is popped by the Venge. And they're just going to chase. This Venge is going to wear out. Swaps forward. And no multicast there. But going to get Ice Pass. Centaur blinks in, stomps. And, oh, double Zeus ulti comes through. Doesn't pick off the puck. Centaur is very tanky though. He's not dropping near quick enough. They're going to just Ice Path him and walk away. PA's coming in hot. Not going to be able to get there. Naga Siren though is top. She's TPing out. Sending more illusions at the tower. This tower's going to drop very low. I don't think she gets the kill, but no, not quite. Needed 1 or 2 more hits on it herself. But they play it safe, so DTF, they get some kills going their way. Lots of spells used over the course of that. But Roshan is up, and this is the 4th Roshan of the game. Necrobook now picked up by Naga Siren. So now has a Necrobook 3, a Refresher Orb, and bought a gem. Getting towards what, 9 slotted? What else is there that she can buy that's decent like that? Like buy a Lincoln's, put it in the Crow, put it on herself, put it off kind of thing. Like, I don't know. So PA's gonna pick up a BKB here, or sorry, not a BKB. Jeez, another Roshan. I'm not sure who's gonna take this though. Phantom Assassin picks it up. I went on the courier this time. I saw it. S&Y gone again. PA's got 9,000 gold in the bank. I mean, at what point do you just buy a rapier and go YOLO? Like, really? PA buys a Necro 3 of her own. Does she have her own personal crow? No, she doesn't. Does Naga? Looks like it. Or at least they just don't care about theirs anymore. Naga's actually just going to pop all of her spells. And these creeps are already very low, just from the illusions and the Riptide, so we'll see what she wants to do. Bottom lane is pushed all the way in, and unfortunately Skyrath will not be at this fight if one breaks out. Wave of Terror is going to find Stampede's popped. Naga Siren pops her song, and they're going to disengage. Naga Siren's just going to TP mid, and she says no. No more fun. No fun for you. Keep them pushing out. Both teams playing this very carefully, as this is, like I mentioned at the beginning of this very long 65-minute game, this is a semi-final elimination round. The winner of this best of 1 goes on to the grand final, competing for this week's $100 prize. So these guys are playing for some money, and this is Canada Cup weekly tournament. This will be going on every week for a while. If you're interested, there's a link in the Twitch chat below. You can find it, and you can click on it and find out more about the tournament as well. Thank you, Xfire, for hosting the tournament bracket as well as being a sponsor. And, I mean, kind of running out of things to plug. Follow me on Twitter if you want, @WolfDota, or just on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. Thank you. Shout out to Twitch chat. This is the Dota 2 Canada Weekly Cup. Might have to come up with an abbreviation for that. We'll see. Probably not though. Puck, Scythe of Ice. Like, Puck's just gonna start getting Dagon soon. I hope. Like, I really do. Uh-oh. Who's ganking who here? This is one of those times. Skara sitting off on the side. Venge with an ET and a Zeus. Throws out the ulti, and they're all spotted out. Oh, misses. There it is. Well, that's weird. Siren, where you at? Has a bottle now purchased. And I mean, these cores are just too farmed. Like, relax his bots and a glove. Very strange. Macropire forced that forward actually by the Jakiro, and that was a mistake. PA blinks forward, gets a nice big crit.
All according to plan.
Rip Jakiro. And is she gonna drops it? Necrobook. Pop it.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Place it. Pick up the Battle Fury. And Necro units ahoy. Zeus ulti is gonna come through. It's gonna connect. Naga Siren drops very low. Zeus can hit his ulti again as soon. Oh, and it gets the kill on the Naga. That's actually huge. If they want to defend their top lane, she's gonna have to buy back. And then if they lose the fight there, they're in a very tough spot. That said, oh, the triple cast. Elder Titan goes down. Naga Siren does buy back. But PA and Centaur, they're looking to push top. They've got, who is that? Vengeful Spirit pushing in as well. So that's a lot of extra damage coming out. She pops her BKB. Swap stuns the Venge. She actually gets stomped as well. Mystic Fire comes out. Naga is going to go down. Oh no. That's nice. Dream Coil comes out from the puck, but I'm not sure if they have the damage to hold this. They're going to need this Ogre to do some work. He gets a couple multicast. PA drops, loses the Aegis. Puck's still alive, doing some pucky things. Another Fire Blast comes out. And another one. Nope, not enough. PA blinks forward, gets a bash and a crit. And Ogre buys back instantly. This is looking like Joy KO Rat's game. Multicast comes out, Venge drops down, Ogre gets E-bladed. Centaur's just taking racks though. And I mean, why not at this point? Just gonna clean up their buildings, calmly rotate bottom, don't go for the tier 4s. If you can get megas, you will be able to win. So they're looking to go. Silence comes out. Lots of damage as well from a very long range. Zeus dagger, not fun to deal with, especially on the Skywrath. E-Blade comes out as well. Mystic Flare not going to follow up. I believe it's on cooldown. Nope, no mana. Oh, Puck orbs forward. Oh, doesn't orb. Decides not to go. Probably for the best. Ogre Magi. Double BKB is popped, and now they're just going to have to go. And they're just taking the racks. This is Mega Creeps going in favor of Joy KO Rat. So they're going to have... They've got to hold off for 60 seconds. Until Naga Siren can respawn and they can push mid. Blink forward, nice Ewel's coming out from Jakiro. Ice Path, Macropire to follow up. Centaur blinks and actually gets stunned up. Earth Splitter's gonna come through, pulls the Ogre back. In all that, PA did go down. E-Blade's coming out, Skyrath's very low. Zeus is dropping low as well. Puck able to phase shift everything. Gets a nice Dream Coil. Unfortunately, tier 4s are still standing. Zeus is dropping low. Necrobook purchased by the Centaur actually pops it and spawns it, just trying to get these kills. Meanwhile, Centaur, who did he kill? Zeus drops off to the wings. And Centaur, oh! 100 health, TP's out. So they hold they're still in the game. And there's no buybacks on Joy KO Rat. Their Nog is going to be up now.
Someone took out the Radiant's courier.
And the Radiant Courier with 10,425 gold goes down. Didn't have anything of Naga's that's super important. And I think it's push mid weather. Like, Naga's just going to start going. She can clear the Mega Creeps just fine. But I don't think they're going to get there in time. Zeus has buyback now. It has come off cooldown. And we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to go for. But I think this is like, look at how scary these things are now. And they're just going to crush this base. I don't think anyone else but Naga can actually hold these, and they can't push without her. So it's just going to kind of be at Joy KO Rat's discretion when they want to go. PA actually now has buyback. Came off cooldown. More than has the gold for it. And see what she decides to pick up in the meantime. It's just... Naga's just going to have to run back and forth, not able to push the lanes out. And it's just... very, very rough place to be in. So. Yeah, he's taking it late up against the Naga. Doing alright. Oh, they're going to look to go. That Mystic Flare is doing a ton of damage. Centaur's dropping very low. Unfortunately, he's BKB. They don't have the physical damage to deal with him. That Earth Splitter is going to connect on no one, unfortunately. Thought it was going to get the Skywrath there. Nice Dream Coil comes out. Jakiro buys back instantly. Swap back in from the Venge. Nice place. Skywrath Mage buys back as well. Naga Siren's dropping very low. She gets her song off, but unfortunately, PA's BKB'd. Cleans her up. Now there's no song. She's got lightning bouncing all over the place. Ogre's going to get stunned up. Is he going to get crit down? He actually gets his Ethereal Blade off. They're going to look to pursue. He gets the kill on PA. She has buyback. Another multicast comes out into the Venge. He's going to have another one up in a handful of seconds. Meanwhile, they're losing their tier 4s in the base. Jakiro gets a nice Ice Path combo. Unfortunately, not enough. He's going to go down as well. Puck comes back in. The Venge does go down. Centaur buys back. Lost is running around with like no health. Zeus ulti comes out. Ogre Magi is going to be able to get away. But PA, Blink, Boots of Travel, GG. And good game, well played, coming out for the side of Joyko. So, very impressive game. We're going to have the grand finals coming up shortly, where Joyko Rats is going to be taking on, unfortunately, I'm not sure who. I didn't get a chance to look at this before I started casting, but thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you very much. Shout out to all of the Twitch people, all of you. And if you're enjoying it, you know where to follow me. I've already plugged myself. And one last time, this was Dota 2 Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna have game 2 in this semifinal grand final series coming up shortly.